Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Inside the Den. Today we're going to take a look at Wizardry Online, and this is a free-to-play fantasy hardcore MMORPG. When I mean hardcore. We're talking permanent death here, people. So let's get started. As you can see, I do have a couple of characters that I've already got started. I've got Jelena, an elf, and then I've got Limpy, who's a dwarf, Jelena being a kind of a spellcaster, and Limpy being more of their fighter type. But let's get started. I do have one more slot available. As you can see here, you've got 3 slots available, and then above and beyond that, you're going to have to pay a little bit of money to open up additional character slots. But let's go ahead, and we did keep this one slot open. Now, let me tell you one thing that I am a little bit disappointed in, and that is, do you notice anything missing from this page? How do I go back? If I want to choose a different server, if I want to go and do something different, how do I go back? I can't actually go back. I actually have to click and close the entire game if I want to go back from here, back to the server select or anything like that. So, Sony Online Entertainment, if you're listening, pay attention. Have a back button somewhere on here if I want to go back and do something before this screen. Now, you do have a soul name, and what happens here is your soul name is, I've named it Jensen, because I wanted to go with Jelena Jensen, and I've got Limpy Jensen too, and I'll have whatever Jensen from this third character. And what that is you have a soul rank that as you earn different ranks in your soul, you can actually take, and at that point in time, there's going to be certain gear that's going to be equipable. There's going to be certain items that you're going to be able to then use as you progress through the rank. There's also additional perks and things of that nature. But we'll get into that once we get into the game, and I can show you some of that stuff. So let's go ahead and hit OK. And let's get into the character creation. You can see the models look really, really good here. Now we do have a few different options here. We've got races. We've got male and female of the human race, the elven race. Dwarf only has male. Then you've got a gnome female. Then you've got a porcule, which is male or female. Now we're looking at, you've got a gnome here. And as you can see, when you read the descriptions on the gnomes, they'll tell you what kind of classes they will excel at, or what kind of classes they may be not so suited to use. So you can see here, like right here, however, their physical strength and vitality makes them equally suited to join the fighter class. We can go elf here, and it says they're on the other hand, their power and vitality are low, making them ill-suited to be the fighters. So you kind of want to pay attention to that when you're thinking about making a different class. We haven't made a human yet, and as you notice, the statistics are also changing as I'm going through these. So you can see that you're going to have certain statistics that are very high and certain statistics that are very average. The human kind of fits that average of alls. They're kind of the jack of all trades, master of none type of thing. But I am actually going to go with a gnome. I'm going to hit OK. Now this is a random number that's going to give you a random number of bonus points that you're going to be able to assign to your attributes. Now I'm actually going to go with a priest on this character, and let's go ahead and let's go with Heldenfeld, and we can't do all of that. You have a certain number, so we'll just go with Helden. We're going to go with, you know, some of you old school role-playing game guys will remember lawful, neutral, and chaotic. And now there are also things as well that you're limited to in the game based upon your alignment. So if you choose lawful, well, there's going to be items that you're not going to be able to use because they're chaotic items. Same on the other side of the spectrum, and even neutral will limit you from using certain items. Now we're going to go with lawful, and you see once I choose my different alignment, that opens up certain character classes to me. But I'm going to go with the lawful. I'm going to go with the lawful priest. You can see here priest default skills are heal and divine armor. But now we're going to dump a bunch into piety here. We're just going to put it all into piety so we can really heal up. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do 6 there and vitality, because you want to know what? Permadeath, that's going to make me want a little bit of health. So we've got our heal skills, we've got our divine armor skills. Now we've got some customization here. How many faces do we have here? We've got A, B, C, D, E. So we've got 5 different faces. Let's see which one I think suits a Heldenfeld. Let's go with that one. Looks a little mischievous even. Now hair type. And we got these little horns. So that's also part of our hair type. We're going to go with that one. And hair color, gray, a little blonde. I want to almost look like a little green. Let's go with our little green hair there. And you can see here, I've got my different vitality, I've got my piety, and you can see based upon selecting, oh, you do not meet the requirement, neutral, chaotic, and you have to have at least an 8 dex to be a thief. So no thief in my in my future. Same thing with the fighter. I've either got to throw some points into certain places or whatever, so we can only be the priest. And then that's going to change also some of our attributes as well. So let's go ahead and hit OK. I want to create this character, yes, and her massive breasts. Now I know there's, you know, in a lot of these games, this one doesn't have it. You know, usually there's sliders to be able to do different things, whether it be a hip slider, a waist slider, or whatever. And I think it's really funny that that there's no crotch slider anywhere. Never a crotch slider for the ladies, but hey, whatever. So the character creation drops you right into the game, and it tells you the first thing you want to do is go visit Zermu Terlu. All right. Let's go find Zermu Terlu, and I think we can click on... We can actually open up our map. We can see right here we've got a very nice map, and we are right here, and change channels. We've got the Blacksmith Bagus, then we've got Training Arena Keeper, Rayla, Descard. Where is this person that I'm looking for? I haven't done this in a little bit, so... I've got to figure out exactly where this person is. Usually they're lit up. Usually they've got a little, and that's the one thing, is you don't have to go through a lot of the beginner stuff when you've already gone through it with your other characters. But now, of course, I can't figure out where this person is, even though they should be very close by. I think it's over here. Let me go see what's over here real quick. But you can see movement is with WASD, so you can move around very, very easily. And we've got our Master Garnoff. And let's bring up our journal. So we've got our quest, no quest accepted. How about missions? Ministry visit. There we go. The job has come from the major player at the ministry. Go to the ministry and meet Zermu Terlu. And there it is right where? Bring that up. So there you go. So you can see right here, I can actually go this way and then go to Discovery Hall and go that way. So that's the key, is that I don't actually have to go through all the beginner stuff again. So now I can also move forward by holding down both of my mouse buttons, and I'm kind of cruising along and then just using my mouse to continue looking back and forth. We do have the ability to jump. Now, one thing that can take a little bit of getting used to. Actually, we didn't want to go to the shady little area. But one thing that can take a little bit of getting used to is every time you want to engage in battle, is you actually have to take out your weapon and actually get yourself into kind of like a weapon ready mode. Now, when you're in that weapon ready mode, if you hit spacebar, you're actually going to defend. You're not going to jump. So keep that in mind when you're playing the game, and remember that in the beginning it's going to take a little bit of getting used to. Now, maybe I'm a little bit lost. Let's go back to this ministry visit, see where exactly we need to go here. We need to go to Discovery Hall, the very top here. Now that is not here. It must be, maybe it's in Heroes Square. I can't seem to remember. Of course. Oh, I don't want to go that way again. Let's go this way. Back over this way. Let's get rid of this map. I think we need to go to Heroes Square first. I think that may be the right spot for me. Musically, the game has a good little soundtrack going, and the music plays all the time. It's also got music playing and changes when you get into battle, which is kind of cool. And I do like the fact that you don't have to run through all of the early quests over and over again with each new character you create. And I like that soul level kind of continues on to your new characters, so you can kind of use the gear that comes along with that, and use the gear that is of that certain soul level. So that is pretty cool. Now, as you can see right here, it's taking me a little bit to actually get to where it's in battle. Now that's actually because I haven't played my other characters in a little while, so I've actually just forgotten. So by not actually being led through the system, it's a little bit of a problem. But all right, let's see where we are here. Where is this Zermu Terlu? Let's go to the journal here. Let's look it up. Pull this up. Zermu Terlu. Whatever. You know what we're going to do? We're going to just go get ourselves into trouble. Let's go get ourselves into battle. The questing system, it takes a little bit of getting used to, but you guys will figure that out. The other thing you're going to want to pay attention to is the fact that there is permanent death. I highly, highly recommend that you guys do your best to get yourself into group. It will help you live a lot longer. It's always good to group with other players or jump in here with your friends, but I highly recommend getting into a group. Now you can see the shop setup that they have. This is a player-run shop, so you can look at the different items they have. You can see these items get rather expensive, but you can see you can put +5s or pluses onto different weapons and things of that nature. So you definitely want to take and save your gold up. But it doesn't take really that long, I'll be honest with you, to start saving up some gold, because you're going to get some items and start selling that really quickly. But you're also going to use a lot of that gold as well. And let me tell you why. Because when you take and you actually come out of a... let me get ourselves into some trouble here. So we've got two options, because I did open that up with my other characters. So we can go to the Calagrassi sewers, or you can go to here. Now that's level 5, and I can tell you even at level 5 it's very difficult. So we're going to go into the sewers. We'll go in here where it's slightly crowded, and we'll say depart. Yes, sir. Now what I was saying is you're going to need gold, because you're going to have to use that gold for a couple of different things. One, to either buy campfires or camping setups, so you can actually camp inside of the dungeons and recover your health and your mana. Or two, you're going to need to use that to rest at an inn, not only to get your health and your mana back, but also once you have enough experience to level up, you don't automatically just level up. You have to actually go to the inn and level up. It's the old school way of doing things, so keep that in mind. So we've got health, our heal, and we've got our divine armor. We may as well... Oh, so there we go. Let's get our weapon out. I believe it's... What hotkey is it? Nope, B brings up our backpack. We can see we've got all kinds of stuff in here. Now this is one thing that I think is kind of funny. You can see here, this is actually taking up backpack slots. These are all the items I have equipped. They're in my backpack, or they're taking up inventory slots. One thing I didn't really like too much. We can look at our abilities here. We can see all the different stuff we've got there as well. Then we've got our different attributes that go to, magic attack, magic defense, status change. Then we've got our soul rank, and you can see how many points we've worked up to. And then we've got our show blessings, which we can kill players because we're soul rank 2. We can trade items, character level up to 15, +1 bonus to all stats, and we can shout. Now you can see that I was talking about this. Rank 3, you can forge, you can create unions, automatically acquire soul material over time, and experience boost to level 5. Then we've got rank 4. You can go on and on and on and on, see all the different ones that come with all these different souls. And then there's different titles that you're going to be able to earn for doing different things, as you can see there. Defeat 1,000 monsters. What do we got here? Defeat 100 plant monsters. Defeat 100 beast monsters. So you got all kinds of different things that come with that. But I am looking for, how do I get my weapon out? I'm trying to, I think it's H brings up the help. There we go. Attacking. So press the middle wheel on your keyboard wheel to draw your sheather weapon. So there you go. So let's bring that out. And then with that, we can cast divine armor on ourselves. And there we go. Now what I was saying is you can see you dodge if you take and you've got your weapon out. So we can put our weapon away, and then we can go ahead and start cruising down. I actually want to get this quest over here, talk to this guy, and he wants us to pick up his little dolly. Yep, there we go. We need to go and take out a zombie. Yep, accept this mission. We need to go find his little dolly. So thank you very much, he says. So let's cruise over this way. You can also hold down shift and sprint, but that will actually take up some of your... Nope, do not drink. Now you do have these fountains that you can actually heal yourself with. But you can see my sprint actually took up some of my OD here. So I've got 8 of 200, now I've got 12 of 200. And you hold down, and you actually, when you use that, you can see that goes down. Unable to dash due to lack of OB. Now you're also going to need that OB to be able to dodge and do things of that nature. So keep that in mind. So let's go down here, and let's go ahead and hit F and search this body. So we examined that. Now here's some monsters. We're going to go ahead and get into battle here. And we took him down pretty easily. And then we've got our little eyeball that brings up the... Let's get going this way. We're getting beat up on. So let's get these guys. Now if you hold down... Also, if you hold down... I'm not sure why I'm... not blocking like I want to, but I'm just going to keep pounding away on these guys because they're not doing that much damage anyways. I could search them. Those shiny rocks, they're actually worth a pretty penny, so keep that in mind. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to power through this guy. You know what? If I get too low on health, I can just heal myself up. Now, this is one thing that I do have a little bit of a gripe with the game about, is the fact that the monsters, I feel, regenerate a little bit too fast. This guy's not going down. But you can see you do have, it's very action-based. Let me get out of here. I want to go ahead and cast a healing spell on myself. There we go, and you can see that healing spell brought me all the way back up. And I wanted to target that guy. There we go. Now we got him targeted. And you can use tab to just target him, and that will actually keep me facing him the entire time. So there we go. We killed him. There we got our shiny rock. So you can use that. That tab to actually target. Now this is actually part of a quest, so I need to go ahead and switch is already pressed, so I already have access to the next area. But you do have these little things like this. It'll say watch for falling rocks, and if you get too close, you saw that little exclamation point. I can take damage if I get too close to those areas. So there will be different traps and things of that nature that you will have to watch out for. Like I said, the game is pretty hardcore, so really, really keep that in mind. See if we can help this guy out. Let's actually target that monster for him. Help him out. So no permission to loot, because they did a very good job of making sure that you can't just come in and do a bunch of damage. Now you notice I did a hard hit, and things change when you hit things from behind. So you want to keep that in mind as well, and that really comes into play when you are playing a thief as well. So let's go over this way. I think this is where his little dolly is in this pile of crap right here. Something on the floor. Yep, pick it up. A little girlish doll. There we go. We've got his dolly. Now we can cruise back. You receive his doll. There we go. Now we need to give him his doll. Now you've got these cool waterfalls. We've got all kinds of stuff in here. It's very, very ominous running around here, especially with the thought of permanent death lingering above our heads the entire time. Really makes you worry about, and makes you really think about actually taking and making sure that you join a party, especially since, like I said, that comes in really, really handy. The good thing is this zombie is nice and slow, so I can heal myself up. No problem. Jump back when he's going to take a swing at me. Of course, that guy's not going to help me. Now he is. There we go. Thanks for the help, Zeus. Kind of looks like a little Zeus guy, doesn't he? So let's see here. Let's cruise. We got to go over this way. The big thing that I want to show you guys up here, when I get up here in a second, is I'm going to show you where you go when you do die. Now, yes, permanent death, it may seem like it is inevitable that you're going to die, and that is correct. It is inevitable that you're going to die, but it isn't as deadly as you think. And let me tell you why. If you take... Alright. So we're going to tell this guy, I think it's kind of gross. I think nothing. I think I've said everything else. And that's the first time I think nothing. So over here, when you do die, is you will go, and you will be able to run your way back to this little statue right here. And when you take and you run your way back to this little statue, you're going to be able to resurrect. Now, there's only a chance that you resurrect. I don't need to stand there to tell you the rest of this story, but there is a chance that you resurrect. Now, when you're under level 5, it's basically 100% chance, so you're always going to be able to resurrect. So it pretty much takes the chance of a permanent death out of the ball game. But at the same time, once you reach over level 5, you're going to take, and then all of a sudden you're going to see your percentage chance to just resurrect go down. And if you take and you want to have 100% chance, you're going to have to actually take, and you're going to have to actually use some of the items and some of the junk that you may have found on your adventures and put that into these little slots, which, you know what, I may actually be able to show you that right now. But let me show you something with these treasure boxes first before I die, because I may die here. Now with these treasure boxes, what you can do is, you see you've got a disarming rate of 10%. We've got these couple of different disarming skills. And you can see they're going to consume OD, which I have 200 of right now. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to observe. So I observed. We've got an explosion trap. So I'm going to peek. Now we've got an explosion trap. Now see, as you see, this disarming rate is going up. And as it's going up, because I'm kind of observing and doing different things, I could possibly get this up a little bit higher maybe. There we go, 40%. And I'll keep it going up and up and up and up as long as I'm using these skills and consuming some of my OD, which it regenerates anyways. So you kind of want to use these skills going back and forth and hope that that right there doesn't happen. Now, if it does happen, at least I didn't die, right? I was left with 7 health, but I did find some items. So let's go ahead and pick up these items. We got some armor and a staff. So let's go ahead and close that out. So even now, before I can tell you, it was permanent death. Maybe it was because I had already gotten a little bit down, but before it was basically permanent death if you took and you exploded one of these chests. Maybe I'll find one later that will permanently kill me. But you will have to take these into the blacksmith, get them identified, and then you'll be able to use them. Now that comes in really handy because the more items you find, obviously the better you get, and the more monsters you're gonna be able to take on, the deeper you're gonna be able to go. And even in this dungeon right here, you will find some boss monsters towards the end a little bit. Let's go ahead and help this guy out by whacking on this zombie. He helped me out, so I'll return the favor by whacking away on this zombie. There we go. We'll target this one. Yeah, get out of there, buddy. You can also, as the fighter, you can also take and press and hold and block some of these attacks as well. So you do have a lot of options when you're taking and you're fighting the monsters. So you want to take and use all those to your advantage. Now, what else do we have here? Let's see. Oh, here's another thing. So as you can see in here, we've got a little quest right here. We can see where we've been and where we are. And we can go down here and get a quest. It's down this way. Let's go back. Let's go down this way. I actually want to probably keep fighting some monsters, and it's actually time for me to level up. So I actually want to go back to town. But you see there's a quest here. Now, one thing I can tell you about this map is this map is not fully shown until you find all the map's pieces. Now, I found all the map's pieces on my other characters, and since our souls are linked, those map pieces actually stay for me, which I think is a really cool function. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to run out, we're going to level up, we're going to identify some of those items. Hopefully there'll be some that we can use. But first we're going to take and, you know, we're going to lay waste to this zombie real quick. Let's throw on some divine armor. Uh-oh, we got a bug attacking us now. There we go. We got attacked by the zombie, but we were able to dodge it. Not that time. Let's heal ourselves up. We're gonna go out and we're gonna rest anyways, so no reason we shouldn't use as much of our mana as possible and get as much coin off of maybe some of these dead guys. So we've got a rookie scout here, so we're gonna take and lay waste to him. Timing on these attacks can get very, very tricky. Let's get him in front of me again. Oh. There we go. Oh. We got the Survivor title. Now, obviously, if I get a better weapon, I'll start dealing more damage. Let's get a heal spell off. Love the fact that I'm able to just heal myself. Nothing like being a priest, right? I do like the fact that the game does have this soul level and you share a lot of stuff with your other characters. Oh, maybe a couple more shots and we'll take this guy down. Come on. Get this Black Rose clan member. Couple more. Couple more. And you can see I was clicking before, but you can just hold down the your mouse click and you'll just keep attacking. It was very disappointing when you go through a big battle like that and you have to, you know, keep slicing away and you don't actually get anything for your troubles. But let's get outside. Let's dash. You know what? We need to put our weapon away and we can start dashing. We can haul ass outside, get ourselves leveled up, show you guys how to actually take and identify items at the blacksmith, and that'll probably be right about where I'll have to call it. So there we go. We want to examine and get out of here. Yep. All right. So yes, go back to town and let's go identify some stuff, sell some stuff, do all of that good jazz. So back to Ufalo Port, and there are a lot of different areas like this that you'll find yourself in, these central hubs that you're going to be able to utilize to your advantage. Now I don't think this guy I'm able to identify, but we'll check it out. He's the market guy. Let's see, purchase, reset. Oh, I can't identify with him. So there we go. So here are the 3 items I can identify. It's going to cost me, identification cost is 400 gold. Well, that's not going to happen right now because I don't have that much gold. So let's close that out. Let's talk to you again. I'm going to have to earn some more gold before I'm going to be able to identify all that stuff. But let's go to selling some items. Drop items in here to sell. Let's sell both of these. And we're going to get 60 gold. So let's sell that. Let's go okay. Let's go to identify. We'll identify one of these pieces of armor. No, we can't. Damn it. We don't have enough gold. So we're going to have to hold on to that stuff and go earn some more gold. But let's head over here to the actual inn. Now you can see that the buildings and stuff are all really, really well done. This is a church with this bell tower and all that stuff. Oddly enough, I was saying how the graphics are really well done, and we had a little graphical error there. But you go in there, that's where you'll level up your soul level, and you'll do other things related to the different your different soul actions. Now you've got Pray for the Saver, BBS, Souls Lost last month 78, Soul Lost yesterday 3. So I think somebody's asking me what level I am. So I don't know, Waylaxel. So let's talk to Wanda. So Wanda, usable, blah, 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 blah. You know what? So this is, while you're a beginner, until SR2, which I am right now, I can use this for 100 gold. Well, I don't really need that. So I'm going to go ahead and do a small stable for free. I'm going to stay, and this will actually level me up. Now, one thing before I click on this, you can actually see I got full up on my experience to level up, and look at this. I got a little bit extra, so I'm going to have a little bit extra towards my next level, which is really kind of cool that you already have that little bit extra going towards the next level. So there we go, level up with its cool little graphic. So there we go, level increased to level 2. Now next, we see we got 1 skill point. Our hit point increased by 18, which is very nice. Mana points increased by 6, which is always nice. Strength by 1. Agility by 1. Intelligence by 1. Piety, I lost 1, which really sucks because piety is my main statistic. Luck, I received 1. And there we go. Now I can open the skill tree. Now in the skill tree, you can see we've got a lot of skills here. They go all the way down. You can see you've got certain restrictions, skill level of this or level 60. And you've got all this different stuff. And you basically have two different kind of trees that you can go with. The Divine Backer, which is a lot more buffs. So you see armor here, and then I've got Torchlight, which area around you becomes brighter. So in dark areas, different things like that comes in. Physical defense increased, very nice. Or we've got our healing tree, which is, poison cure, protection. So you've got a lot of different options here and things that we can do. Now you see here, if I'm going to do this physical defense increase, I'm going to take and I'm going to need to have skill level of 1 or character level of 2, which I have both of. Now I cannot do this one because I need skill level of 1 but character level 3, so I can't do that. But I can do either one of these. Protection, which actually increases physical defense on a subject. Select subject with a subject target for lawful characters only. So I can only, this is one of the things where I was telling you, you can have even skills, items and skills. You can only have this skill if you're lawful. So then I've also got this poison cure. I'm going to actually go, I think, with this one right here. There we go. And use this. Yes, I want protection because I think this one is actually going to be available for not only me, but for also for my buddies. So that, I'm going to go ahead and take that. And there we go. Now, I do actually have 1 more skill point. My healing seems to be doing pretty good, so I'm not really worried about that. But you know what? This physical defense increase is really screaming at me a little bit. But maybe I'll pump up my protection a little more. Because I can, skill level of 3 and character level of 2, I'm already there. So I can even do this, have it go up even a little bit more if I want to take and pump it up. But you know what? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do that because it's on a subject, so I think I can do that on my buddies when I go ahead and make a group. I'm going to go ahead and close this out. And there we go. There's all the things that I got for leveling up to level 2. So it doesn't necessarily, so it tells you how much level it takes for the next level. So it doesn't necessarily take too long for you to level up, but you do have to be a little bit cautious because you don't want to be dying all the time because it gets expensive when you die because it does cost you things and it will cost you items as you get a little bit later into the game and things of that nature. But I am out of time, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's trip inside the den. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, as we really do appreciate all you guys' feedback, and those subs will keep you updated. as each new episode is released. If you'd like to play or learn more about Wizardry Online, you can read our full review at MMODen.com or just click the link in the description. Till next time, thanks for watching.